Hi guys, welcome to Nomadic Insights. On today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Coinbase IPO and trying to understand whether or not Coinbase is a good investment. So undoubtedly, Coinbase is the 800-pound gorilla in the crypto space due to its role as a trusted intermediary for institutions and beginning retail investors who want to test the pond with cryptocurrencies. There are a number of long term issues with Coinbase and finance in general that I think are going to make it a poor long term investment, but over the short term, I think that there is a lot of money to be made from the Coinbase IPO. So, first, let me start by answering the question, what is Coinbase? Coinbase is a series of crypto products. There's Coinbase Wallet, and then Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. So at its core, Coinbase is essentially a stock exchange for cryptocurrencies. So this is like buying a share in the New York Stock Exchange or on the NASDAQ, where Coinbase acts as a broker and allows people to place trades in crypto, switching between US dollars or euros into Bitcoin or Ethereum, which are other cryptocurrencies. So it's like a money trade exchange. It's like going to an exchange and exchanging your money. Now, does that business model make sense in a decentralized world? No, it doesn't. So that's going to be a long-term issue that we'll explore with Coinbase, and that I think is really important because a centralized exchange doesn't make sense in a decentralized world. And I'll explain that a little bit more. Personally, I'm not going to invest in Coinbase because I just don't agree philosophically with that investment. I think Exodus Wallet speaks more to a decentralized future where they're really innovating with their IPO and they're doing the securitization and they're actually going to put their security on a blockchain so it doesn't need a stock exchange to be traded. You don't need a broker. There's no middlemen. And I really like the idea that we're sticking to our guns philosophically to eliminate middlemen. And I don't invest in middlemen. I don't see that as a future-based business model. And I think brokers are going away. I don't think they're necessary. Maybe for some people they prefer to pay higher transaction fees and have higher costs. But again, Web 3.0 is eliminating middlemen, so there will be no platform. Coinbase is very much a Web 2.0 company because of that. Now, let's continue to just talk a little bit about the Coinbase products themselves. So, most users are going to use Coinbase.com, which is different from the Coinbase wallet. So, if you're actually interested in accessing a lot of the DeFi, you need to use Coinbase Wallet, where, oh, by the way, you need to have your own keys. You still need to go through the same hassle of, buying things and all this other wonderful stuff. So if it's Exodus or Coinbase Wallet, personally, I'm just going to use Exodus or another wallet, because once we're at the point of I'm stepping outside of the normal Coinbase ecosystem, it's pretty much like, okay, I'm just going to do this myself. And you're in a whole new world. Because if you want to actually make interest rates, which I'll go into, Coinbase isn't a very good investment. Coinbase is not a good place to keep your money. So let's just start with, a really good reason as to why I think once users start looking around, Coinbase becomes a very bad investment. And so if you look at MakerDAO or DAI, using Exodus to hold my DAI, I have 4% annualized APY, and on Coinbase, I get 2% in rewards. Is Coinbase worth that many percentage points year over year? Is it worth it to you? No, it's probably not. So it's kind of the same thing where with a Vanguard fund, Vanguard buys the entire market. For most people, the S&P 500 represents a fairly good diversified portfolio. Transaction fees are 0.7%. 0.07%, I should say, not 0.7%. They're not 7/10 of a basis point. Why? Why would I give someone money for doing nothing? Just holding my money. It's like, hey, here, I'm going to give you $20 to hold my money. No, there's no value. So what that means is it's a bad business, because there are people like me who are here on YouTube telling people how to save money and how to not get screwed by high fees. Converting your money on Coinbase, the spread and how much money they take is ridiculous. So I'm a software developer who hates high fees. So what's going to come along when, it's just, if it's a peer-to-peer exchange protocol that most people are just using to exchange and convert crypto assets. So I should be able to match myself without Coinbase on a distributed platform where, like, it's Cosmos and these inter blockchain protocols where I can just send my crypto to someone else who wants it with no middleman. You see? So it's just going to match me on the distributed network. That might not make any sense as I'm explaining this, but, Coinbase has no economic moat. It's a bad investment. And, I get flamed by people, so in a world where there's nothing you own and it's totally decentralized, and it's basically like socialism, so we're talking about digital socialism. That is what cryptocurrency means, and that's the future. So true digital socialism, there's no capitalism there. So you can't really own it. It's owned by everyone. Ergo, what is the point of a Coinbase? So there's I'm gonna have exposure because I own Cathie Wood's ARK investment, but can't own it. I mean, you can own the cryptocurrency assets, which I would invest in. I have my little mining rig here going. I mean, I'm bought into crypto, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've seen the light, but Coinbase is not the future. Coinbase is a user experience, kind of akin to investing in Apple, but Apple's not really an innovative company. Okay? So don't get me wrong. I think listening to like Balaji, I think listening to Tim Ferriss, when you hear people talking about crypto, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening with dApps and all those other things. But it's not worth a $500 billion valuation, which is larger than the Bitcoin market. It can't be worth more than the actual asset it's holding. Doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. So I don't understand the analyst who's pegging Coinbase at $404 with nearly a $400 billion valuation. That's completely asinine. It makes no sense. The current rates of altcoins do not justify that for an exchange. It's pretty dumb. Again, I know a lot more about crypto now than when I did my initial Humble Pay videos, but I stand by my assertion that crypto exchanges are not good investments. Because inevitably, with Ethereum, you can build a decentralized exchange. So the technology itself, with Ether and the Ethereum network, Cardano, Cosmos, it completely makes an intermediary like Coinbase pointless. So when crypto goes viral, you're going to be able to buy it from your bank account. You don't need Coinbase. So where's the economic moat here? Because I can buy crypto without Coinbase. I can buy into Bitcoin without Coinbase. Is it a little bit more of a pain in the butt? Yeah. But once I'm in, and once you're doing it on a day-to-day basis, the entire point of DeFi is, you can't trust other people with your money because they'll screw you. And, the crypto education that Coinbase provides, there's some value there. But again, if you don't know what you're buying, you shouldn't buy it. Same thing applies to crypto. And I actually think that making it an easy on ramp for retail investors and people who don't know what they're doing is dangerous, because people will put money into this speculative asset, which is Bitcoin, and there's a lot of innovation on blockchain. Like, I think term life insurance on the blockchain, I'm working on this right now because I'm bought in. I'm mapping this out as a product. Like, it's cool. But insurance is the viral killer app, not these stupid exchanges. It's not the currency on the blockchain, it's risk management. And oh man, when that hits, government's gone. Oh, it's gonna be great. But you need to decentralize risk management, and then you empower people. Yep. So guys, I'm sorry this was a little bit of a rambly video. I am super stoked about the long-term prospects of blockchain-based technology. I think it's really awesome now that I'm into it. My